Hello children, welcome back to our science class. So last class we studied about our nerve system, different types of nerves and their functions. So we can check the assignment answers. So the last class assignment questions. First one, what is the function of spinal cord? The spinal cord transmits messages to and from the brain to the rest of the body. Second, what are the different types of nerves? Write their functions. The different types of nerves are sensory nerves and motor nerves, and write their functions also. Functions also given there. Check it with your answers. Then the last question was, what is the basic unit of the nerve system? The basic unit of the nerve system is nerves. The basic unit of the nerve system is neurons. The basic unit of the nerve system is neuron. So all of you have to check your answers, and if any mistake is there, correct it. So now we can go to today's topic. So today's topic is a familiar topic for you, that is about our sense organs. So you are studying about sense organ from the smaller classes onwards. So which are the main sense organs, or what are the how many sense organs you have? We have 5 sense organs: eyes, nose, ears, tongue and skin. So these are the 5 sense organs. So we studied about the functions also. We already know the function of each sense organ. So ears to hear sounds, eyes to see many things, nose to detect smell, and the tongue to detect the taste, and our skin to feel. So these are the functions of our sense organs. So today we are going to study more about our sense organs. So we can check which are the important points related to the sense organs. So first one, we are going to study about our eyes. So the eyes, what is the main function of eyes? It helps us to see. So it is located in the eye socket is there, eye socket. When we studied the skeletal system, we studied the part of skeletal system, eye socket. So the eyeballs are fixed there. Eyeballs are set in a hollow socket of the skull. Then how we can protect our eyes? That means already a natural protection for eyes are there. That is about our eyebrows and eyelashes. The eyebrows and eyelashes protect our eyes from dirt. Eyebrows and eyelashes protect our eyes from the dirt. Then each eyeball is filled with a fluid that protect it from minor injuries. So each eyeball contains a liquid type substance. It will protect our eyes from minor injuries. So now we can detailedly check the parts of our eye, parts of an eye. So you can see one picture here. In the picture, different parts of eye is labeled. So first one is cornea. The outermost portion in front of an eye is known as cornea. What are the specialities of cornea? It is circular in shape. It is transparent. It is a transparent layer. So the outermost layer outermost portion of the eye is known as cornea. It is transparent and it is circular in shape. And next part is the colored part inside an eye. It is known as iris. The colored part inside of an eye is known as iris. At the center of the iris, there is a small opening is there. It is known as pupil. The name is pupil. At the center of the iris, an opening that is known as pupil. And next is behind the iris, a transparent substance is there. It is known as lens. The next is retina. The lens focuses on light and projects images on the retina. So when we are seeing any kind of object at that time, the light will fall on the object, will reflect, and it will pass through the eyes. It will enter through the eyes, through the lens it passes, and on the retina it will form an image. Then when we are seeing an object, the image is formed on the retina. So our brain should know that one image you already saw. So how that message went to the brain, how the message is actually going to the brain. So it is through a particular nerve. It is known as sensory nerves, and the name is known as optic nerves. It is related to the eyes and it is known as optic nerves. So the sensory nerve connecting the retina to the brain are known as optic nerves. So these are the important parts of eyes: cornea, iris, pupil, lens, retina, optic nerve. Cornea is the outermost portion. It is transparent, circular in shape. Iris, the colored part of the inside, colored portion of inner side of the eye is known as iris. At the center of the iris, an opening is there. It is known as pupil. And behind the iris, a transparent substance called lens. And retina. Retina, the lens focuses the light and the image is forming on the retina. Optic nerves are there. They are sensory nerves connecting brain to the brain, connecting the retina to the brain. So now we can check how it is working. When we look at an object, the light passes through the pupil and it will enter the lens and an image is formed on the retina. The optic nerves are connected to the retina. It will send the message to the brain. At that time we can see an object. So we studied about our eyes and parts also. Next sense organ is about our nose. What is the function of nose? It helps us to detect many kind of smell. It may be a fragrant odor or it may be a foul smell. The nose helps us smell and breathe. What is the main function of our nose? It helps us to breathe and it also helps us to detect smell. So if we are checking the parts of nose, inside of our nose, that portion is known as nasal cavity. Inside the nasal cavity, small hairs are there. So it will filter the air that we breathe. So it will protect our nose. It also helps us to detect smell, different things. So how it is actually helping us? Inside our nasal cavity, different sense organs are there. Inside our nasal cavity, sensory nerves are there. These sensory nerves will send the message to the brain. So at that time we can detect the different smell. It also helps us to detect smell different things. The sensory nerves help us detect smell and send information to the brain. Our brain then help us identify the smell. So that is about our nose. Next sense organ is about our ears. Ears help us to hear sound. So we can check which are the different parts of our ear. External ear, middle ear, eardrum and inner ear. You can see in the picture which are the main parts: external ear, eardrum, middle ear and inner ear. So we can see that eardrum is a portion of the middle ear. In the middle ear we can see the eardrum. So now we can check which are the parts and detailed about the parts of each parts of ear. The parts of the ear that is visible outside is known as external ear. You can see here the visible portion of the ear, that including the ear lobe also. The visible portion of the ear is known as outer ear. It acts like a funnel that collects sounds. It will act like a funnel and it will collect the sound. And when the sound reaches our inner ear, it will touch our eardrum and the sound will enter the ear as vibrations. It will touch the eardrum and it will also start vibration, and sensory nerves connected to the eardrum, it will reaches the brain. It will reaches that messages to the brain. It acts like the external ear acts like a funnel that collects sounds. The sound vibration then pass through the eardrum of the middle ear to the inner ear. From the inner ear, sensory nerves send messages to the brain and we are able to recognize the sound. So when we hear any kind of sounds, at that time our external ear will collect the sounds and it will enter to our ear. It will touch the eardrum. It will start vibrating and the vibrations will change to a message. It will in the form of a message, and the sensory nerves in the inner ear, it will send the message to our brain. So at that time we can detect many kinds of sound. So today we studied sense organs. First we studied eyes, and parts of eyes also we studied: cornea, iris, pupil, lens, retina, optic nerve. Then next we studied nose. Inside the nose, nasal cavity is there. Inside the nasal cavity, hair-like structures are there. It will protect our nose from dirt particles. And inside the nasal cavity, sensory nerves are also there. It is actually carrying the messages to the brain. Then we studied about ears, the parts of ears, mainly external ear, middle ear, eardrum and inner ear. Then next is assignment. First question: describe the structure of an eye with the help of a neat label diagram. You have to check your textbook and you have to draw a neat label diagram and explain or explain each part. You have to write a sentence about each part. Look at the textbook and draw the diagram, write a sentence for each part. Last question, read the textbook 3 times. So you have to do the assignment very well. You have to study how to draw and label the picture of eye. And you have to study also, you have to study about how to write the explanation for each part of the eye. So we will see in the next class. Thank you.